We're still live on Stories Untold with me here, Sikawura Kwaku Sarfo, and today I have with me here the president for the SRC right here on KNUST. He is David Dana. David, we are talking about sports. You as a sportsman, and then whenever we go in for competitions, KNUST, it's not we don't really do much well as anticipated. You as a sportsman, what are you doing to help?
Okay, let me also be quick to mention that we tried our best.
Sure.
But so far, our Knust team have been able to win the national competition. They are representing KNUST and Ghana in UK. Again, our debaters won, and they are looking forward to the Pan-African tournament.
You are a debater as well.
Exactly. So
okay.
they won, and then they are looking forward to the Pan-African tournament in Cameroon. Coming down to sports, see, I must be honest that it was one aspect that I was looking forward to really helping as much as possible.
Sure.
We tried to push it through, especially with the academic benefits or some leverage that our sportsmen get academically. Okay. That is still in the process. It's been quite tedious, but we are still working on it. Again, I spoke to the sports director yesterday too, in regards to sport and how we can improve sports, so that we can also achieve similar awards such as debate. So I mentioned to him how we could start recruiting as sportsmen right from first year, even going beyond. Now there's an initiative that we are looking at enforcing very well. We've started that they'll be recruiting even sportsmen from the senior high school before they get here.
Sure.
So that is still going on. And in the first year, so we are going to be very effective. So next year we're going to recruit them. And another thing is not just recruiting them, how to make them stay. So in making them stay in the teams, I spoke to him about motivations and that it should be forthcoming, so that sportsmen are more encouraged. So one thing we also make effective again is some scholarships for sportsmen.
Sure.
It's been there before, but we're trying to make sure that we get more funds to support as many people as possible.
Trying to restore it.
Exactly. So the restoration is still out.
All right, now the nice initiative so far there. Let's talk about Fan City. Are you going to celebrate Fan City? I heard one guy saying, "Oh, David, Oba, sorry, to Okwakofa, sorry for number." Meanwhile, they are also interested in the Shatawalis and the Sarkodis. You are here. I'm asking you today. Are we going to celebrate Fan City?
I get this almost every time. People want to be sure, even if you have been who is coming. Let's be honest. Fan City is Fan City, and then it was supposed to be fun. A city made of fun. We don't need Shatawale to make it Fan City.
Sure.
I understand that people need such people to get their success. A quick one is that I remember there was a meeting with Vodafone, and they were looking at partnering, supporting Fan City and bringing Shatawale. And then, not even myself, someone made a comment that, hey, their president there is Kifio. Okay, then they'll add Mettle. We are looking forward to that.
All right.
But let me be honest, on a personal note, I would have said a big no. That no Fan City, even if we are doing Fan City, not people who come and shout on stage and we even sing their songs for them and we pay them too much.
Sure.
It takes a lot of our budget.
Yeah.
So if it gets to a point
how
where
much goes into Fan City?
I can't disclose, but it's quite a huge amount. Like if you divide our dues into like 10, they can take like more than 2. Yes, and it takes a lot of the budget. So my main concern wasn't actually about who is coming. Even if it's the gospel artist that is taking all our money, it's still the same thing. So if we are going to get lots of support, we don't mind how it's going to be run, but just make sure it's being effective. Moreover, I want to go beyond just people coming to sing and go. If we can modify our Fan City to even look like Tech Small and Tech Talk Small, so the person just coming to sing, come and share your experience. Come and tell us about how you got there, so that the underground artists who are also participating or who are also acting or be on stage with you can also learn from you, not just the singing and singing. So we want to just modify it a little. That's why.
All right, thank you. Now, I hope you are aware that there's a building or there are some projects going on just behind the SRC hostel. We'd like you to clarify or give us some clarifications as far as this issue is concerned. They are building a mosque, and at the same time, is it a Christian center or a worship center over there, just behind SRC and just adjacent to the law faculty? Wouldn't this pose a threat to students and then residents over there?
I haven't really thought of that being a threat, honestly, because nevertheless, I'm not so happy about where our Muslim brothers worship. It's too open. There should be a very nice worship area, and doing how do you call it? SEC services to sit in the sun. Sometimes when it rains, it becomes also very, very difficult to have service.
Now, building it close to the SRC hostel and then the local court.
For me, I think because of the building, I've seen the whole plan. It isn't something that's going to bring out noise out of the building. It's going to be an enclosed structure. So whatever happens will be contained inside as much as possible. I think even the mosques too. And moreover, most of their worships don't coincide with lectures. Like, so the worship centers will be worshiping mostly in the evenings or on Sundays, that's weekends, when lectures are not going on. And then the Muslims will worship most often in the evenings. And during the day, I think our students are the priority. And it was being built also for them. So on any day, we can always bargain on behalf of our students to ensure that one, whether it's safety or whether it's a peace of mind, that's less noise, we can always work on that to make sure our students have the maximum.
Now, finally, what should we expect from you in administration?
For me, I think anything
for the next year,
anything that's in the interest of students, we always fight to the last. We always fight for it. Anything that's in the interest of students, we always fight, regardless of where it's from, whether it's in health, whether it's in sports, whether it's in academics, whether it's in the entertainment, whichever. We just make sure students have the best. Sometimes too, you see, the seven that's like the big government approach. There are a lot of things that as students, when we are not in the forefront, we feel that's what we want. But when you sit back and you watch, you realize, in as much as lots of people want it, it's not usually the best. So sometimes, as much as possible, it might be uncomfortable a little for some people, but we also look at making sure that whatever is in the interest of students.
All right. So it's a final message to the students watching out there.
But I'd like to also appreciate you, Sikawura, for this opportunity, because when we get to interact with our students and they get to hear from us often, then it breaks lots of stereotypes and then a lot of speculations and a lot of rumors. Then they get to hear the truth and the realities. And a lot of things that people need to hear that are the truth, so that it helps them to guide their steps.